Hey guys! Welcome back to Let's Play Xenosaga Episode 1. Last time we went through that little tunnel and collected some useless treasure. We also had a very strange experience with the other party. And I know their path took most of the episode, but that's probably not going to change today. There's basically we go through a path and watch a cutscene, and that's pretty much my allotted time. I like to keep my episodes, around 20 minutes if I can. And last time I had to show off a bunch of battles, but this time not so much. There's pretty much all the enemies we've already fought in before, and that's about it. Now we've already fought this guy, so we'll cut him out, and I'll just edit all the other ones out at the same time. Alright, so I cleared out all of the enemies except for the one that I couldn't get to without going to an area where I haven't shown you yet. There was another little kobold laying around here, as well as one over to the left here. And he was kind of guarding this section, which is important because if you blow it up a couple of times, you get access to this little cave tunnel thing. Blow up this one. And if we continue following said path around, eventually we get to an enemy. Alright, with that battle finished, that was just against some more of those gremlins and the skyfish, just we'd seen them before. And that was either a blue or a red topaz, whichever one we didn't get before. The one we got before gives you anti-veil effect, which means you take more ether damage by 25% and get healed by ether damage by 25% more. And the other one reduces the amount of damage and ether you get healed by 25%. Now, if we head over to this direction, we can get off this screen and finish up what we're doing there. Now, there's more enemies over here, most of which we've already seen. We'll fight him later. There's some other stuff to do over here. Okay, I guess we can see this too. Basically, what this shows us is he walks backwards. Okay, then. But if we go over here, we can see he's got a treasure in there. And I'll tell you right now, that door's locked. So I'll fight off these enemies, and then we will move forward. Okay, so we're back. Now, one thing to note is I equipped that angel earring or angel ring or whatever it was, the angel thing, the half MP cost thing on Shion, because the enemies around here show up as groups. They tend to be groups of kobolds and basilisks, and they all take good damage from the slash attack that is Throny Blade. But in addition to that, she can knock them out in one turn, not to mention the fact that she has her boost ether. So if she doesn't show up on the appropriate, let's take a look here. Yeah, on the appropriate tile or event slot, all you have to do is use boost on her, and then boost her into that slot, use Throny Blade, and the battle ends pretty quickly that way. And having the MP cost makes things a little easier. Once I'm done messing around and going through this dungeon, I will be... Oh, there, I forgot something up here. I will be using my ether points at long last, and hopefully getting some new skills. That will be quite helpful, or some new ethers, specifically for Shion, but I might as well do it for the others too. And if we go over here, we blow up all these, like we saw earlier, we get S carrot juice. Okay, what's the S stand for? I wonder what it shows up as in the inventory. I think it's listed as a key item. Super carrot juice. There we go. The bunny's favorite drink. I don't know how blowing up a metal carrot somehow creates a can of soda that is orange flavored, but okay, sure, whatever. Probably gonna have to fight some enemies here. Hopefully I can dodge them. That would make life a little easier for me. There we go. I need to go down there, don't I? Yes, I do. There we go. Sucker. Now, as you saw, the bunny came out here to get the carrot juice. So you approach it, it does this automatically for you. Now, the bunny's going to do a circle around there once it does. You would think to wait until its back's turned and then run, because as you can see, it always tries to close the door, as you saw earlier. But actually, you want to go right now, when it's actually facing you. Now, the reason for that will be made obvious here in a moment. You lost. There's actually two bunnies, and he has literal eyes in the back of his head, and I guess these are the real ones. The other ones he doesn't see out of. That's just for appearances. I don't know why there's a bunny here who looks this creepy. I really don't. But thank you. Bye. I also don't know how he has cable TV out here, but you know, who knows. Anyway, I'm going to take down those two enemies again, and I will see you in a moment. Okay, with that being said, we've gotten rid of enough of those. We dealt with the scary bunny, and if you go around here, you just basically get a shot of his house. But if you go further down, I don't know why seems like there's like cracks of light coming through here. It kind of looks weird the way they've done it, but oh well. Kind of weird the way they do it. In some areas it almost looks like it's coming out of the ground more so than it's hitting the ground. Oh, we're switching back already. And we're not even that far in the video. Oh yeah, right. Poor Momo. Now, one thing that they do in the game is they split up the characters this way in this particular instance. But some of the characters have closer relations to each other than others. Hey, hi!
Junior!
Just managed to meet you here all of a sudden.
How did you all get here?
Different way from you.
Beats me.
Yeah, they're literally walking out of nowhere.
Everything went all hazy. And the next thing I knew, we were here. After that, there were all sorts of visions.
Did we all get pulled into the Chief's encephalon dive?
That's impossible. None of you were connected.
If KOS-MOS oscillation pulse caused a countercurrent to flow through the dive unit, it's not inconceivable.
Star Trek
the ones we use are
solution.
non-contact types, after all.
Even if that were the case, the simple dive unit couldn't handle that great a load. There would have to be some other external force.
I've been waiting a long time for all of you.
That's one.
Regardless of how we got here, this is KOS-MOS Mainframe. Our memories found a common resonance within her, and resulted in the creation of this world. That's what it feels like to me.
But I don't remember ever being in a place like this.
I wonder if perhaps memories, in other words, events that occurred in the past, become stronger, more selective, and gain a higher priority when they resonate with others that share identical axes in time and space. If you think about it in those terms, it isn't quite so odd that both my memories and those of Alan are not reflected here.
So,
Neither is
what you're
Ziggy's.
saying is, this world is constantly changing based on the experiences people share in time and space?
A world made up of our past, as glimpsed through the mind of KOS-MOS.
So, it's all an illusion?
No. It's the
There's
past.
no difference between illusion and reality to the person experiencing it. This is no illusion.
Chief.
All of you must accept the entirety of your memories.
So that's what she meant.
Yeah, they haven't really come to terms to explain it yet. But the two people who were around at this point in time to experience memories, well, I won't spoil it, but there's two characters, and they're going to have an important impact on an upcoming boss fight. However, we have now reformed our party. This is nice. oddly enough, they gave me the party that I would like to use anyway, so that's good. Now, here is a church. This church is important. Why? Because it's the only building that we can find and go into and do stuff in. Anyway, let's go see more cutscenes, and then we'll go over our equipment and ether and all that stuff. Hello, silver-haired person. Who might you be?
Here. Those clothes. Is she a Realian?
Yes. She definitely seems to be a Realian, but I also sense something different.
Is this based on one of our memories too, Chief? Chief?
Are you a Realian?
Yes. My name is Febronia. I came to take care of this church because I longed for a place where Realians could find peace.
Febronia.
Do you know her?
Whoa. What was that? That smile almost seemed evil. I don't think it was intended that way, but it almost seemed like it.
You.
So maybe the church is part of Shion's memories?
No. I don't want to remember.
What have you forgotten?
It's...
Oh, that's... The sound effects make that really gross, don't
Follow
they?
me, Shion.
The way they play with emotions in this game, and play is definitely the wrong choice of words, but the way they utilize emotional scenes, emotional sounds, music, sound
you
effects,
open that
anything is
You will come
nuts.
face to face with yourselves. It will be an experience full of sorrow and pain, but it is, both to you and to us, a very, very important experience.
Why is it so? This is the point in the game where they kind of get really cryptic, and we're going to give you a whole bunch of ideas to play with in your head, and you're going to try and remember those for 3 games. And by the time you get to a point in the 3rd game where they deal with them again, you've forgotten all about them. But I digress. I will try and keep them kind of in my head so that I can bring them up to you and keep them in your head as time goes by through the series. But no promises. And that's the same line as before. First things first, go over here. Door has been unlocked. Now we can go in here. I think is there an item over here? Or is this straight outside? That's straight outside. Pretty sure there's an item around here somewhere. I just can't remember where it is. Anyway. Okay. There we go. So there's a save point here. Now, first things first. Will they let me replace characters? No. Shion cannot be replaced. Junior cannot be replaced. Chaos can be replaced. I wonder whose memories we're in. Anyway, Chaos is the best choice as a 3rd character for the upcoming boss fight. This is the boss fight I was telling you about before, one that you may want your eggs for. I'm not going to use them. I haven't upgraded them. They're weaker than my characters are, and I know I can do this fight because I've already done it. Anyway, with that being said, do I have any new text to work with? Have you learned anything? No, I want to go that one. There we go. Yeah, so you haven't learned any yet. And I should get enough experience from this boss fight for all 3 of them to level up, I believe. Yes, I think so. Hopefully that works out, because the way it worked out in my testing, I beat the boss and learned 2 new techs, and they're both awesome. So hopefully we can do that again. Anyway, with that being said, Ether! Let's go in and actually use some of these points. Use Ether points. we need to expand Medica All. Let's evolve that, and we can either get Revert, which is revive and mid HP recovery, or we can get HP recovery max with Medica Rest. Now, this one's probably more useful right now because we have access to plenty of revives. So I think I'm going to do that one. Now, let's see here. Goodbye. If I evolve it, I can get jamming, which has no use for me right now. Analyze. Let's evolve that one to get refresh, which clears all status changes, which might be useful. More importantly, we can now evolve and we can get 2 new techs, which are both awesome. We can only afford one of them, I believe, but we have safety level and we have quick. Now, quick, as you might guess, speed is very useful in this game. And basically what this is it's auto life, stay alive with 1 HP if you're mortally hit. You should die kind of deal. So there's those two if you want to use them. I don't really need them for the upcoming fight, but since I haven't been able to... yeah, you know what? I think I will do quick this time. Because I don't... with the upcoming fight, I can't inflict slow, or at least I wasn't able to when I tried. I'm going to avoid that altogether. Boost I want on there. Queen's Kiss I'm going to want on there, so I got to take that off. Put on Quick and Medica Rest. And Refresh, unfortunately, won't be there, but I don't really need it because I have Cure-Alls, so that'll work for that purpose. The other option is using yours, because he already has Purifying Storm, which is better. Now he has a lot of points. Let's evolve and get Best Ally. Basically, this is auto life on everyone. This is super abusive. It's also a huge EP hog. So let's evolve that. I don't know if I'll be using it or not, but he doesn't have much else to work on. So let's get Ice Wings finally. It still sucks. I'm not going to use it. And I would go for Lightning Wings because the whatever that is isn't something I care for. So let's go for Lightning Wings. I won't be using that. So yeah, see, Best Ally. Yeah, it takes 8 points to set up. So I can take off Protective Wear since I won't be using that, and I'll put that in there. But let's take a look at how much MP that costs. 50 MP, I can't even use it yet. But it's useful to have at some point. In fact, since I don't have the EP for it, I might as well. No, I want to go set. I'll put all the other ones on, even though I'm not using them, but they're there. Now, use... There we go. Use Ether Points with you. I don't actually... My controller's acting up on me again. I can't remember exactly what I want to work on with you. Block status changes and support effects. Coin lock. That can be useful, but not for this particular fight. Here, we can get Psycho Pocket to steal, Chain to lower evasion for biological gnosis, and disable enemies' spells. I don't believe this works on bosses, otherwise I could completely nuke this boss with this one tech, and I've not read anywhere that recommends doing it, so probably not. I'm going to evolve and get this one, because that's pretty much one of his better techs there. And let's see here. This one. Might as well evolve Misty because it gives me access to another one. And can I see? I can't see. Okay. I just wanted to see what the next one was. Doesn't really matter. Let's set some of these up here. Psycho Pocket, and might as well throw them all on there. Why not? Your Ether Points. Let's see here. Might as well. All they do is increase your your points there, so might as well evolve those. No. And I think I can evolve pretty much... Okay, I can get Speed Boost. That's the most important one. Because Speed Boost is better than anything else we're going to get. And I've just learned all of Ziggy's spells. Which is why it's kind of dumb that, you know, certain characters have way less spells than others. But anyway, increases speed 50%. Now, ideally, This is the one that you want to transfer to everyone else because it's really, really good. Every other speed boost, including quick, is only 25%. This only targets the self, so you can only use it on the character who uses it, which is why transferring it is so good. But yeah, so what this does, 80% critical, meh. Take additional recovery, eh. These are decent, but pretty much all of his stuff isn't all that useful, except for speed boost there. That's the only one that I really care for. Yeah, actually, I'll take that off and put those two on. There we go. You! Let's evolve some stuff with you. We can get Miracle Star. Miracle Star evolves into Prayer or Refine. Refine is another revive, so we might as well get that. Prayer doesn't really say what it does. A heavenly gift. It gives you a random item on the battlefield. You can use it as a way of grinding out money, but there's much better ways, and I've already shown off, well, kind of two of them. Fighting those spotlight enemies that we saw a long time ago, well, in this dungeon at the start of it, that's actually a more effective way, in my opinion, than Prayer of getting both money and experience and points, because you can get them all at once. What does this evolve into? Junk Beam reduces action. Nah, I don't care for that, but I might as well get something. And let's see here. Starwind, we'll evolve this, and we'll get Star Veil. And we'll get Star Action. And can I get the last one? I can. We can get all of her ethers too. Might as well set them, see if we have anything useful. This will max out AP on one ally, which can be useful. All the ether effect down 25%, so that's a Veil effect on all allies. That's kind of useful. Junk Beam, I don't think that's particularly useful. Refine is useful. Prayer, I may use. Miracle Star is a non-elemental ether attack, which I don't think I've ever used. Might as well throw that one on there too, I guess. Nothing she has is really all that good, so. And back around. So we've done the ether. Is there any good skills that I can unlock? Actually, do I have it set or not? Yeah, we've got a bunch of points with you. I'd like to extract Confusion Proof if I don't have it. Yeah, Venom Block is attack poison. It's a separate status effect. I mentioned that a video or two ago, whenever it was this episode. I don't know. You could get those by default. I don't really care for those all that much. Basically, I'm going to spend the points on ones that I'll actually use and then save as much as I can so that I can get really useful ones when I actually want to build them up. The other thing is the Angel Ring that I have equipped. I might be able to unlock that one, so I'll see if I can do that. And I'll do a whole bunch of other skill-related stuff off-screen, since for the most part that's just kind of tedious, me trying to figure out which ones. As you can see, I've got a bunch of points to spend, and hopefully I'll get everyone to skill level 3 by the end of this so that they can get some decent stuff. I'll do that. I'll set up my equipment, since we've already set up our ethers. Wanted to make sure you guys could see all the stuff I was setting up, but yeah, I'll see if I can extract that off screen. And the other thing is you want this set up as your default equiption here for Shion for the upcoming fight, because that will be helpful as well. So that's all for this one. Do the rest of the prep off screen, and we'll see you guys next time.